Here's a tool answering a question most dashboards can't even ask. What should I build next? It pulled that answer straight out of its own product data. And in the last 3 months, developers reached for it through their coding agents 6 times as often. That tool is PostHog. If you ship software, you know the stack. Amplitude for analytics. Hotjar for session replays. Launch Darkly for feature flags. Optimizely for experiments. Snowflake for the warehouse. 5 vendors. 5 SDKs. 5 separate bills. And glue code just to make them agree on who a user even is. Each one has its own dashboard to learn, its own pricing page, and its own idea of who your users are. PostHog collapses all of it into one install. And it can do that because of a single design decision. That decision is the whole video. PostHog calls itself a platform for building products, and it's built around one question. What should I build next? Answering that used to mean stitching half a dozen tools together and doing a pile of data engineering. It was slow, expensive, and easy to get wrong. Put every tool and every event in one place. Add an assistant that can make sense of it. And that question finally becomes answerable. That's the whole bet. One SDK lights up roughly 19 products. Drop it in, and AutoCapture starts recording page views and clicks immediately, before you tag a single thing. Product Analytics gives you funnels, retention, and user paths. Web Analytics gives you the visitor dashboard you'd expect from Google Analytics, without leaving the tool. Session Replay lets you watch a real user screen, their clicks, the console, and the network. Heat maps show you where people actually click. Feature flags and experiments roll changes out safely and measure the result. Surveys collect feedback. Error tracking catches exceptions. And LLM Analytics watches what your artificial intelligence features actually cost, per model. On top of those, workflows can fire an email or a Slack message of any event. And dashboards pin the numbers you check every morning. That's only half of it. Underneath sits a managed warehouse that joins in Stripe, HubSpot, and your own database. So production data and product data sit in the same place, with a full business intelligence layer on top. Data pipelines push events back out to over 120 other destinations, from your CRM to Slack. A SQL editor lets you ask anything directly. And notebooks, which are quietly the best part, let you pull real-time charts and saved recordings into one document, like a Notion page wired to your data. Now here's that design decision. Every one of those products draws from one shared data model. The same events, the same single definition of a person. In a normal stack, your analytics tool thinks user 123 is one person. Your replay tool calls them an anonymous session, and your billing tool knows them by name. So you write glue code to reconcile all three. In PostHog, there is nothing to reconcile, because there's only ever one identity. As one of their engineers puts it, the agreement is the glue code you never have to write. Those things shouldn't be separate products at all. They're just different questions about the same users and the same events. And it is fast. PostHog runs on ClickHouse, a database built exactly for this. It chews through billions of events a day. And a funnel across hundreds of millions of them comes back in about a second instead of timing out. That speed is what makes everything above it work. The assistant can build an insight, write the SQL, surface a survey scoring 55, and pull it all into one report. Real proof. When PostHog rebuilt their own website, the assistant is what caught the conversion rate climbing from 1.75% to 3.6%. Context, as they put it, is the whole game. Because the data underneath it can actually answer back. Quick word from today's sponsor, Hostinger. 4 ways to run AI agents on your own infrastructure. AI agents, connector, OpenClaw, and Hermes agent. Use code DIY_SMART_CODE for an extra 10% off at hostinger.com. Okay, back to the video. Now the part that matters most. A coding agent can already write code. What it cannot know is what's worth fixing, and that sits in your product data. PostHog hands the agent that context through its MCP server. Your funnels, your replays, your errors, your revenue. Picture asking your editor, what are my top 5 errors this week? Watching it open the exact stack trace, propose a fix, and draft the pull request, all without leaving your code. The agent works from evidence, instead of guessing at what to touch. Context, in other words, is the whole game. The agent is only ever as good as the data it can see. PostHog is pushing that even further with something called PostHog Code. It's still early, so treat it as a preview, not a promise. A swarm of agents clusters your errors and replays into a ranked to-do list, ships the low-risk fixes as pull requests, and then checks its own work, reverting the change if the metric didn't actually move. The pitch is a product that quietly fixes its own paper cuts, while you spend your time on the things that still need a human. It is the closest thing yet to a product that improves itself. Speed, they argue, becomes the moat. Trying it is almost aggressively simple. One command in your terminal runs a wizard that installs the right packages for your framework, defines your events, builds a starter dashboard, and wires up the MCP. No handwritten setup. Once it is in, your coding agent can query and update PostHog from inside your editor. And it's genuinely free to start. No credit card. The free tier covers 1 million events, 5,000 recordings and 1 million flag requests every single month. And PostHog says more than 90% of companies never pay a cent. On top of that, it's open source, you can self-host it, and the company runs almost entirely in the open, with a public handbook, public strategy, and engineers answering their own support. So what's the catch? PostHog is powerful, and power has a cost. Reviewers who actually use it are blunt. The interface can overwhelm you, the configuration takes real time, and because billing is itemized down to the individual product, costs can quietly creep as you scale. Recordings are only kept for 30 days, unless you save them, and stripping PostHog's own branding off a survey means paying for an add-on that runs a couple $100 a month. There's a trick regulars use to stay safe. Put a card on file, then set each product's billing limit to 0, and you keep the full feature set while staying inside the free tier. Still, one verdict put it plainly. PostHog is worth it if power and flexibility matter more than simplicity. If you want guided and plug and play, a Mixpanel or an Amplitude might fit you better. This is a tool built for technical teams who want control, not training wheels. So here's where it all lands. PostHog is betting the future isn't the best single tool for each job. It's every tool drawing on one shared truth, with an agent sitting on top. That's the trade. One install, one data model, one bill, against the freedom to pick a specialist for everything. So let me ask you, is PostHog the end of the best-of-breed analytics stack, or just a bigger, friendlier lock-in? Pick a side and tell me why in the comments. And if you want to learn more about artificial intelligence, check out the DYNAMOUS.ai community.